Who all seen that wasn't here or remember about the lesson from last week? So, all right, that consolation. Business is never personal, right? What did we go over last week? Anybody? What did we go over last week? Nope, we didn't get to that part. Consolation. Consolation, right? What was the consolation that we went over last week? Nope. Not necessarily. It was salvation, but how? Y'all letting Quab cheat, man. Y'all can't let Quab cheat. City of refuge, right? What was the city of refuge for? Quab, you can't answer for 2 minutes. If you kill somebody, go. I'm gonna get it. Go. She gonna open it. Go. Go now. Go. So the city of refuge was for what now?
It was on a mistake and not perfect. We went to the city for refuge.
So if you kill somebody on mistake, you would go to the city of refuge. If you killed them on purpose, could you go to the city of refuge? Yes. You couldn't? You could. You could go. But what's gonna happen? Who gonna turn you in? The priest. But who he gonna turn you into? What was his name? What was he called? Slayer. Nope, the slayer was the person who killed the person. Seeker of blood. Nope. Where be? Nope. The Punisher. The Avenger of Blood. Avenger of Blood, right? So if somebody killed somebody and they didn't do it on purpose, they'll be able to go and hide off in the city of refuge and be good until the priest died, right? How do we translate that to Mashiach? To now? Because it mentioned that in the book of Hebrews about us being able to go into refuge. So how do we translate that? The boy said the video buffer when you was watching it. I like that one. I like that one. Anybody know? Who's the refuge? Mashiach, right? He's that refuge. But what are we running from? Who did we kill? What will make you have to go into that refuge in the first place? If what was a mistake? But how do we translate that to Mashiach? Say again? We killed him. How? With your what? With our past transgressions, right? He died for our past transgressions. He was an innocent man. It wasn't like you laid in wait to kill him. You know what I'm saying? It was an innocence. So now you are able to go into the city of refuge, right? So now we're gonna piggyback off of that. Question. Greg, is business personal? Remember last week he was like, it's always personal. Okay. I believe some business is personal. I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked him. If you mix business with personal,
certain situations.
Does things go sour?
Not all the time. Not all the time.
Not all the time?
That's what they say, almost.
Almost?
That's what they say. It's not all the time.
Okay. So,
It's
do
a
the Most
100%.
High mix business with pleasure?
Well, yes.
Pleasure is the heart.
I just want to know. Yes or no? So you can mix business with pleasure,
I
but he
think so.
can't. You think you do?
Certainly, not all the time.
Not all the time? You got a situation?
I have it too at the end.
Okay. Do anybody else believe that the Most High makes business with pleasure? Business with person? You do? Give me an example.
I give you that. I give you something. Oh. Oh, give me a moment.
We got all night.
We got all that.
We got all night. We got all night. You got one?
You gotta get punished for it.
Mhm.
It's business, it's personal.
Right. So he don't mix it.
What pleasure coming in?
I think it's personal.
You think it's personal when you break
I
the
don't
law?
know, when he repented from what he was going to do,
Yeah.
he got turned away from it first.
Hmm?
When they made that golden calf, that got personal for him.
That got personal?
And then he had to remind them, keep it business. You promised this is your word. And then he had to repent from it.
So that's business and personal? Or he kept it business?
Moses made him keep it business. He reminded them, bro, this is what you said. You can't go again. And so he said,
Okay. So did he mix it? Thinking to mix business with personal and mixing business with personal is two different things. Right? Man, that's my homie, man. I can go ahead and give him a discount. You know what? Nope. Because he got about 5 cousins that's going to come right behind him. And he's going to, nope. Got to give you that regular price. Thinking and doing two different things.
he didn't mix it because Moses saved him from mixing.
Oh, Moses saved him. Cool.
Not saved him.
I mean, you used the word
Stop.
No. So,
Okay.
so what we about to get into is if the Most High mixes business with pleasure or business with personal, right? Now, mind you, we in the place where we are in this city of refuge, right? Right? We done made our way into the city of refuge. Now, what happens if you walk outside of that city of refuge? The Avenger can come and get you, right? It's no more protection. It's like the witness protection program, right? The priest is the police. You come and deal with them, you're good. You leave outside of the protection, you're done for, right? Get Colossians chapter 3 and 25. Now, before we deal with it, wouldn't the Most High have mixed business with pleasure with David? Think so?
Hey,
Would he have mixed business with pleasure with David?
I can't speak on could should woulds.
Did David commit adultery?
If you kept it personal.
Did David commit adultery? Did he die for it?
No.
What's the penalty for adultery? Did he mix business with pleasure?
No.
Remember, David was a man after his own heart. Is that what it say he's supposed to do?
Well,
It's technically, it didn't say, you got to say death. Go down.
You about to cheat? I ain't gonna cheat. Okay.
David actually didn't get caught.
Too late now.
Yeah, he gave it. He's supposed to catch this. He's supposed to catch this. You about to cheat.
Oh,
All right.
So then they get caught.
Colossians 3:25. Colossians 3:25.
Colossians chapter 3 and verse 25.
Mhm.
But he that does wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done.
So he that do wrong shall receive for the wrong he done, right? So now the person that fled into the city of refuge, that actually committed murder, what was to happen to him? He's supposed to get dealt with. He got turned around and he got killed by the avenger of blood, right? So he that do wrong is going to receive for the wrong that he did, right? Read on.
And there is no respect of persons.
There's what?
No respect of persons.
There's no respect of persons, right? Now, when we look at judgment, and we look at our forefathers, we look at, not our forefathers, but we look at the priests that Mashiach dealt with. Did they do or deal with respected persons? Did the priest that Mashiach dealt with deal with respected persons? Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, they don't know. You gave a certain amount. Some of the Sadducees, Pharisees.
Yeah.
They will not respect the person.
Okay, get Matthew 23. We got to come back to that Colossians. Get Matthew 23. Matthew 23 at verse 1.
Matthew 23 and 1. Then spake Yeshua to the multitude and to his disciples, saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit,
What?
the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All, therefore, whatsoever they bid you observe, that you observe and do.
He said, do what they say, because what they bringing to you? The law, right? Go ahead.
But do not you after their works,
But don't do after their works. Go ahead.
for they say and do not.
Jump over to Matthew the 15th chapter. Matthew 15, verse 3.
Matthew 15 and 3. But he answered and said unto them, why transgress the commandment of Yah by your tradition? For Yah commanded, saying, honor your father and mother, and he that curses his father or mother, let him die the death.
That's true, right? You curse your father and your mother, you're supposed to get killed, right? Go ahead.
But you say,
Well, who say? Who he talking to? Sadducees and Pharisees, right? I mean, the Pharisees and scribes, right? Go ahead.
but you say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift.
It is a what?
It is a gift, by whatsoever you might be profited by me, and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free.
That's a respect to persons. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm good, man. You getting money off me. This is a gift to you. I'm a gift to you. Right? That's a respect to persons. Law say that's you're supposed to be up out of here. You dishonor your father and your mother. You curse your father and your mother. Period. So they showed that they had, and this was just one aspect. Another aspect where you see respect to persons, it was Mashiach went to go and deal with that woman who committed adultery, right? The respect to persons is, who did they let go? They let go of the man. Both of them were supposed to be put to death, right? Go back to Colossians chapter 3. So we know that judgment, well, as far as respect to persons, when it comes to judgment, they were slacked on. What could benefit them at the time, they rolled with. All right? Do some of y'all do that in your everyday life? Respect persons. You go around, you might tell one person one thing as far as the law, but another person. I ain't about to holler at my man. Right? With your children, do you respect persons? No. One of them touched the plug and you told them not to do it, you whoop them. The other one touched the plug and you tell them not to do it. Don't do that.
She put you
Her perception is skewed. Look, her perception is skewed. We'll deal with that off camera, y'all. Right? But that's a form of respect of persons, right? Does the Most High deal with respect of persons?
No.
Is mixing business with pleasure like having respect of persons?
It's mixing business. It can in one aspect.
It can be, right? Romans 2:11.
Romans 2:11. For there is no respect of persons with Yah. For as many as have sinned without law shall also perish without law.
Go to Acts chapter 10, verse 34.
Acts 10:34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said, of a truth I perceive that Yah is no respecter of persons, but in every nation he that fears him and works righteousness is accepted with him.
Can I ask you a question, B? Who is he talking about here?
Who is Peter talking about?
Who is Peter talking about? What's going on in Acts the 10th chapter?
Cornelius.
Cornelius, right? So a lot of brothers say that the other nations ain't gonna be saved and they can't serve, all this and that, right? Read what he just said again.
But in every nation.
In how many nations?
In every nation.
Only in Israel.
In every nation. He that fears him and works righteousness is accepted with him. The word which.
So he said the Most High not a respecter of persons. Anybody that fear him in every nation gonna be accepted, right? Where do we look at to get the law? Where do we look back to in the law to see that that's true? Where do we look back to? You can say it. It's one law for who that is homeborn and for the stranger, right? So anybody that keep the law, that fear the Most High, you will be accepted. Plain and simple. Same thing, vice versa. You don't keep the law, whether you homeborn or you a stranger, you're gonna get dealt with, right? Strictly business. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts, ain't no cutting corners, no nothing. Strictly business, right? So let's see if business is personal. Get up 1 Samuel chapter 13. First Samuel chapter 13, verse 14.
1 Samuel 13:14. But now your kingdom shall not continue.
Talking to who? He's speaking to Saul right now. He said, your kingdom not going to continue. Remember, he disobeyed the Most High, right? He didn't do what he was supposed to do because he didn't take care of what? Business. He told him, I need you to go and smash everybody out. He didn't. He didn't take care of business. Now you got to get fired. Right? I don't care how much of a good person you say you are, none of this. Read that from the top.
But now your kingdom shall not continue. Yahuwah have sought him a man after his own heart.
He saw what?
A man after his own
What are
heart.
you talking about? David. It says, Yahuwah sought him a man of his own heart. Would this mean that he will be close to the Most High? He will mean something to the Most High? Right? He dear to the Most High, right? Go ahead.
And Yahuwah have commanded him to be captain over his people.
Yeah.
Because you have not kept that which Yahuwah commanded you.
The position that you in, everything that Yah gave you, it can all be ripped away from you that fast. If you don't have no business, it can be gone that fast. It can put somebody right in your position that fast. Just because you don't take care of business. When it comes to the Most High, it's strictly business. After the business is taken care of, then you can reap your reward. Right? Just like at a job. If you do your job right, you're going to get paid at the end of your week or your 2 weeks. If you don't do your job, you get fired. It is what it is. Right? Get 2 Samuel chapter 11, verse 1.
Second Samuel 11:1. And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. And it came to pass in an evening tide that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon. And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite?
So we already know this story, right? Now, David was made king, a man after the Most High's own heart, meaning he was protected without a shadow of a doubt by the Most High, right? We know he slept with a married woman. He committed what? Adultery, right? Business, pleasure. The business side says, David, you gotta die. The personal side says this is a man after the Most High's own heart. What the Most High gonna do? Did he kill David? Was it personal? Him not killing David, was it personal? Yeah. If it was personal, if it wasn't personal, say, if it was personal, say aye. Raise your hand, let me see. Okay. It seemed personal. Anybody else that would have did it, what would have happened to him? How you know? Y'all just mentioned what? The law, right? Now, the Most High's law is strictly business. Ain't no getting around his law. Ain't no doing nothing outside of it. It is what it is, right? So if the Most High got personal and didn't kill David, his word went out void. I'm gonna ask y'all one more time. Was it business or was it personal? The way he dealt with David.
It was personal.
Still going personal? Say business? Let's see. It's 2 Samuel chapter 12. Verse 7.
2 Samuel 12:7.
Now this is after he done did what he did, right? He done covered it up. He done killed Uriah, right? Covered it up, and Nathan then came to him, explaining to him the allegory of the situation. David then gave his judgment out. So this is the response. Absolutely, he did all three. Like we went over in that lesson. He committed a sin, transgressed the law, committed iniquity. He tried to hide it, right? Verse 7.
Verse 7. And Nathan said to David, you are the man.
You are the man who you just gave this judgment to. You that guy. Read.
Thus saith Yahuwah, Elohim of Israel, I anointed you king over Israel, and I delivered you out of the hand of Saul. And I gave you your master's house and your master's wives.
This is somebody that sound like they love him, right? The Most High said to you, I done made you the king. I done took you out of the hands of your enemy. I done gave you your master's wives, the whole nine, right? Right? I done gave you everything. Read.
And gave you the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto you such and such things.
If that wasn't enough for you, would have did more for you. I love you, David. I would have did everything that you would have asked of me. Oh, what you got? Get Matthew 7. See, when you got favor of the Most High, or when you inside of that protection, that same thing apply to you. But you got to make sure your business is in order. I can't help you if you ain't gonna help yourself. I can't give you a promotion if you're not good for the company. You know what I'm saying? I can't look out for you. You got to do. Matthew 7 and 7.
7 and 7. Ask and it shall be given.
He just told David, if that was too little for you, if you would have just said it, I'd have did it. He said, ask and it shall be given. Go ahead.
And you shall find. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asks, receives. That asks, receives.
For everyone that what?
That asks, receives.
If you ask, you're going to receive. Read.
And he that seeks, finds. And to him that knocks, it shall be opened. Or what man is there of you, whom if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone?
Raise your hand, Father. If your son say, Daddy, can I have some bread? You better go out there and eat that rock. Go ahead and get that pebble out there, man. It's good for your teeth. Which one of y'all gonna do that? The worst of the worst men probably wouldn't even do that. The sinner, you know some sinners in your mind, some transgressors in your mind that wouldn't even do that to their children, right? Pretty sure we all know, right? Read.
Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent? If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father, which is in Shamayim, give good things to them that ask him?
So he said, if the most evil will do this for their children, how much more you think I'm gonna do for you? Right? So we go back over here to 2 Samuel. When he asked David, if this would have been too little for you, all you had to do was ask me. Right? Y'all following so far? Go ahead.
Verse 9. Wherefore have you despised the commandment of Yahuwah?
You did what?
You have despised the commandment of Yahuwah.
I loved you, David, or I love you, David, but you don't despise my commandment. Now it's time to get down to business. Read.
To do evil in his sight. You have killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and have taken his wife to be your wife, and have slain him with the sword of the children of Ammon.
So this man done committed adultery, murder, the whole nine. Right? But how slick is David? Did David kill that man? Yes. He killed him. Did he murder that man?
No.
Wasn't his hand.
Blood stuff.
Wasn't his hand. He used somebody else to do it, right? David slept with his wife. He committed adultery, right? Surely this man has to be punished for this. Surely adultery, the punishment for adultery is that that man and that woman have to die. Did his wife die? But did he say that his wife was after the Most High's own heart? So this must have been really personal with the Most High if he ain't killed a woman, right? Or was it business? Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all been watching the election? A little off topic, right? Y'all been watching anything? All right. Donald Trump doesn't pay what? Why? Because what? He don't have to. Why though? Because he knows the what? Because he know the law. That's why. So I'm gonna ask y'all one more time. Was the Most High not killing David and that woman business or pleasure?
In this situation,
Not convinced?
In this situation,
Hey, hold on. Yes or no? Business or personal? Personal?
Nah, in this situation, gotcha.
I think
All right. Keep on reading.
verse 11.
Hold it down, y'all.
Verse 11. Thus saith Yahuwah, behold, I will raise up evil against you out of your own house, and I will take your wives before your eyes, and give them unto your neighbor, and he shall lie with your wives in the sight of this son. For you did it secretly, but I will do this thing before all Israel and before the sun.
Can I ask y'all a question? Read verse 13.
And David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against Yahuwah.
Was it a secret that he sinned against Yahuwah? Read on.
And Nathan said unto David, Yahuwah also have put away your sin. You shall not die.
Wait a minute. Wait a doggone minute. He just said, you done killed this man. You slept with his wife. So I'm going to do this in return, but I ain't going to kill you, though. Personal or business? Read verse 12 again.
Verse 12.
Read verse 12. Sound personal now, don't it? Sound real personal.
For you did it secretly.
But you did it what?
Secretly.
But you did it what?
Secretly.
You did it what?
Secretly.
What's secret before the Most High? What he talking about? Talking about the people, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 6. So now, for committing adultery, you shall surely be what? Put to death, right? Did it say by who? Who's supposed to put you to death if you commit adultery? Oh, the people. And so there should be no nothing like this amongst Israel, right? So when he said you did it secretly, what is he talking about? Deuteronomy 17 and 6.
Devarim, chapter 17 and verse 6. At the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses shall he that is worthy of death.
Was he worthy of death? Go ahead.
Be put to death.
Wait a minute. Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. Who came up and said that they saw David doing that? Who saw David? Ain't nobody. David made sure ain't nobody see him. He ain't stupid. David know the law. Why do you think in his apologies to the Most High he was just so forward with it? Because I know that what I did. I knew I made it to where ain't nobody. I knew it. Ain't nobody see me. Did people know that he was getting ready to do it though? Pretty sure. Pretty sure the guards knew when they brought him.
They just didn't come forward.
But they didn't see it. They didn't see it. They didn't see the act.
You gotta get caught in the act.
Yeah, you gotta get. It said, read that again.
At the mouth of 2 witnesses or excuse me, or 3 witnesses.
Now remember, when Mashiach went to go and when they went to ask Mashiach about the woman, it says we caught these people in the very we caught them. Well, but the man ain't here though. You know what I'm saying? He gone. No, that don't work like that. So when he said you did this thing secretly according to the law that the Most High laid out, I can't touch you. I can't kill you. I can't let them kill you because ain't nobody see it. I don't think you're gonna go unpunished though.
I was about to ask this question a second ago. I was gonna hold it, but I gotta ask it now that you said that.
Okay, go ahead.
I was understanding it being personal, but he can't kill him. But somebody gotta die.
Which makes it what?
That's not necessarily the law either though. So
it is though.
Do you think it's that the Most High couldn't kill him? Or he just
no
chose not to because
he
on
would
that same logic, you say, well, why could he have killed his son?
But bro, you gotta think. He can't break his own law. The Most High is subject to his own law. So the Most High saw it. True indeed. He said everything is naked before the sight of the Most High, right? He saw it. But according to this right here, read verse 6 again.
At the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses.
But 2 or 3 witnesses gotta also see it to do what? You going?
Shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. But at the mouth of 1 witness, he shall not be put to death.
Even if one person saw it, hold on, because you're talking about him killing the son, right?
But that's 2 or 3 witnesses for the people killing him.
Exactly. But the punishment of death for adultery only was based on the people stoning him.
Well, what about his how you justify his son dying?
We about to get to it. I got you. Go back to second. We only dealing with David. We only dealing with David. We about to get to the son. Because the son dying, it gotta be somebody. Somebody gotta shed some blood, but it's a reason why somebody gotta shed some blood. Everything is in the law. Everything, right? So now, do we see that the Most High couldn't allow the people to kill him? Shiloh, go that way. The Most High couldn't allow people to kill David because they didn't witness it. We see that? Okay. Let's go back to 2 Samuel. Chapter 12. And let's read verse 13.
2 Samuel 12 and 13. And David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against Yahuwah. And Nathan said unto David, Yahuwah have put away your sin. You shall not die.
Go ahead.
Howbeit,
but
because by this deed you have given great occasion to the enemies of Yahuwah to blaspheme, the child also that is born unto you shall surely die.
Where did this come from? Read that. Hold on. Read that again.
Howbeit, because by this deed you have given great occasion to the enemies of Yahuwah to blaspheme, the child also that is born unto you shall surely die.
How? Why? Why the child gotta die?
That's the evidence.
Child is evident. That ain't just right, boy. Is the reason? Is the reason in the law?
You ever notice that sheep and you run your son already? I already.
Oh, you already want to lie.
I said this already.
Is it in the law? Is his son getting killed in the law? The reason why?
It might be a reason, but I think because where it talks about visiting the iniquity of the generations, and this
Exodus
is
chapter 20.
Different from sin and transgression. This is a thing.
Exodus chapter 20.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta do a fist pump for that one. You gotta do a fist pump for that one. That ain't no reach. That's the law. Exodus chapter 20. Start at verse 5.
Shemot 20 and 5. You shall not bow down yourselves to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahuwah, your Elohim, is a jealous Elohim, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Keep going.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my
He
commandments.
says, if you love me, you're going to keep my commandments, right? So if you transgress, you commit iniquity, and you showing that you hate them. So I can't get the people to get you, David. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta get that boy. Gotta get that boy yours. Right?
Well, when they talk about it in the law, like commit a sin, they normally confess the sin into a atonement, right?
Not all. If you got caught in the act, ain't no atonement. If you got caught in the act, you're done.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, nah.
In certain cases, certain sins of death, certain sins, it's not all sins. You know what I'm saying? But with this one right here, when he say that you're gonna die, 2 or 3 witnesses, it's a blessing to make it to atonement. If you got this type of sins under your belt, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about the Day of Atonement, or are you talking about just a sacrifice to atone for the sin?
Yeah. Because he confessed that he should die.
But it wasn't no atoning for a sin under death, a sin punishable by death. There wasn't no atonement for that.
But let's see. Go back to 1 Samuel. Now, the Most High done already told David that his son was gonna die. His son gotta die, man. Right? Was this business or personal? Business. Straight business. Nothing personal about it. As much as we will want the Most High when we going through our sin, our transgression, our iniquity, to say, Father, please forgive me. If you done did something that he says is worthy of death, or if you committing iniquity, you committing transgression, you can't say, man, I done did this, I done did that right. Man, it's strictly business when it comes to this law. Ain't no getting around, ain't no shortcuts. Mashiach was your only shortcut. He was your city of refuge. But every time you commit that transgression, you towing yourself outside of that refuge. 2 Samuel 12 again. Read that verse 14 again. Y'all follow me so far?
Yes, sir. 2 Samuel 12 and 14. Howbeit, because by this deed you have given great occasion to the enemies of Yahuwah to blaspheme, the child also that is born unto you shall surely die. And Nathan departed unto his house, and Yahuwah struck the child that Uriah's wife bare unto David, and it was very sick.
Was the child dead yet? No. Keep reading.
David therefore besought Elohim for the child.
Father, I'm after your own heart. Right? He went and besought the Most High for the child. Read on.
And David fasted and went in and lay all night upon the earth.
He on the earth all night on the ground praying, fasting, right? Read.
And the elders of his house arose and went to him to raise him up from the earth. But he would not, neither did he eat bread with them.
Hey man, listen, I'm trying to get my baby to be alive, man. Get away from me right now. I don't want that. King, man, it's time for me to eat. I don't want that. Don't watch your business, right? He's earnestly asking the Most High to keep the child alive. Yes, I messed up. I know that I did this. I know that I did that. Now, according to how your thought process might be, if this was you, you would be thinking, man, he might do it. He might go ahead and save my baby. He might go ahead and save my baby. Right? Read on.
And it came to pass on the 7th day.
On the what day?
On the 7th day.
He did what? How many days did he fast? 7 days. I know for a fact I done fasted 7 days. He got me. He got me. The baby ain't dead yet. Did he ever tell him a time? So the child was sick the first day. Then he stayed alive. Oh, man, cool. Second day, it's getting better. Third day, man, he's still sick, but he ain't dead yet, right? This is what's going through your mind. You're a human, right? You ain't thinking on the level of the Most High, right? Read on.
And it came to pass on the 7th day that the child died, and the servants of David feared to tell him that the child was dead.
So even on the 7th day, he ain't know yet. Right, read.
For they said, Behold, while the child was yet alive, we spake unto him, and he would not listen unto our voice. How will he then vex himself if we tell him the child is dead? But when David saw that his servants whispered, David perceived that the child was dead. Therefore David said unto his servants, Is the child dead? And they said, He is dead.
Business or personal? Business, 100%. Did David do a sacrifice? Did David fast? Did David pray? Did David stay on? He didn't go to his bed and say he stayed on the earth, on the ground, 7 days. The Most High still had to take that baby because it's business. I can't mix business with personal, David. You signed up for this. You knew what you signed up for. So when we come in here and we say the commandments, you know what you signed up for, right? So if you break those commandments, the punishment that you will either get right now or later is strictly business. Oh, well, I went out and I fed a bunch of homeless people. Oh, but I did this. I prayed to the Most High. It's business. And if he did it with David, no, you ain't got a shot. Right? Let's move right along. Get Joshua chapter 7 at verse 1.
Joshua chapter 7 and verse 1. But the children of Israel committed a trespass in the accursed thing, for Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed thing, and the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against the children of Israel. And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beit Aven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai, and they returned to Joshua.
So we know that Joshua them is going through and they smashing out all of the enemies of the children of Israel so we can claim the land, right? So we came to a small city of Ai, small city. We done knocked out all type of people, but now we done came to a small place, right? And somebody done took the accursed thing. We know this story too. Read on.
And Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beth-aven, on the east side of Bethel, and spake unto them, saying, Go up and view the country. And the men went up and viewed Ai. And then they returned to Joshua and said unto him, Let not all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and smite Ai, and make not all the people to labor there, for they are but few.
So he said, man, hey, Joshua, man, hey, we don't need the whole squad for this one. You know what I'm saying? He sent about 2,000 or 3,000. We should be all right. It ain't that many of them. Joshua like, all right, bet. Right? So this is the confidence going into it, because the Most High said that be of good courage, right? If you do what the Most High told you to do, he gonna be with you. Joshua chapter 1, he told Joshua this. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere y'all go, I'm gonna be with you. Anybody you come against, I'm gonna fight for you. They ain't took no L once, right? How many of y'all got that confidence right now? No matter what I do, no matter what I come against, I know the Most High with me. Ain't nothing gonna be able to stop me. How many of y'all got that confidence? Right? It's good to have that confidence. But with that confidence, do you commit sin? Do you commit transgression? Do you commit iniquity? Do you lie to yourself and make yourself think that what you did wasn't sin? It wasn't iniquity. Right? Because if you lie to yourself and make yourself think that you're good, you can go into this battle. My conscience clear. Well, really, it's seared with a hot iron. Man told you you're going to be reprobated if you keep on doing the same stuff over and over again, right? So they go in there, they say, man, it's not a lot of them. Let's see what happens. Go ahead.
So there went up there of the people about 3,000 men, and they fled before the men of Ai.
And they did what?
Fled before the men of Ai.
They ran from the men of Ai. Read.
And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men.
Now, hold on. How many people did they send up there? And how many people got killed? So, and they ran after 36 people got killed? Is that how war goes? No, but they knew something wasn't right. Hold on.
Nobody died.
Yo, they just killed. No. Come on back. No, this ain't right. Something going on. Right? We invincible. Why is these people killing us? Right? Read.
And the men of Ai smote of them about 36 men, for they chased them from before the gate even unto Shabarim, and smote them in the going down. Wherefore the hearts of the people melted and became as one.
What happened? Oh, Joshua. Come on, man. Right? Read.
And Joshua rent his clothes.
He's pissed because who's he thinking did this to him? The Most High. But now he's trying to figure out why. You promised me something. Read.
And Joshua rent his clothes and fell to the earth upon his face before the ark of Yahuwah until the evening tide. He and the elders of Israel, and put dust upon their heads. And Joshua said, Alas, O Master Yahuwah, wherefore have you at all brought this people over Jordan to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites, to destroy us? Would to Elohim we had been content and dwelt on the other side of Jordan.
So he like, look, Father, why would you bring us all the way over here to cross the Jordan to come into this land for us to get killed? Would you have rather us dwelt on the other side? Like, did you bring us over here for nothing? What that sound like? We was coming out of Egypt, right? Father, you rather us been in Egypt? You bring us all the way out here to kill us? No, but this is business. He run his business a certain type of way. Right?
Master, what shall I say when Israel turns their backs before their enemies, for the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land?
Get verse 10.
Verse 10. And Yahuwah said unto Joshua, Get up.
Joshua, get up, man. Come on, you know I ain't about to, come on, man. You know I ain't about to just out here and just kill y'all for nothing, man. Get up. Read.
Get up. Why lie you upon your face?
What you laying down on your face for? You know something ain't right. My word don't never go out and come back to me, boy. If I told y'all gonna protect you, I'm gonna protect you. Read on.
Israel have sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant, which I commanded them. For they have even taken of the accursed thing, and have also stolen and dissembled also, and they have put it even among their own stuff.
Up down to verse 19.
Verse 19. And Joshua said unto Achan, My son, give, I pray you, esteem unto Yahuwah Elohim of Israel, and make confession unto him.
So they figured out it was Achan, right? He done came out, right? Or he's getting ready to come out and say it was me that did it. Right, read.
And make confession unto him, and tell me now, what have you done? Hide it not from me. And Achan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against Yahuwah, Elohim of Israel, and thus have I done. When I saw among the spoils of goodly Babylonish garments and 200 shekels of silver and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight, then I coveted them and took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it. So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran unto the tent, and behold, it was hid in his tent, and the silver under it. And they took them out of the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Joshua, and unto all the children of Israel, and laid them out before Yahuwah. And Joshua and all of Israel with him took Achan to the son of Zerah, and the silver and the garment and the wedge of gold, and his sons and his daughters, and his oxen and his donkeys and his sheep and his tent, and all that he had. And they brought them unto the valley of Achor.
He done brought his whole family out here, right? Now, what would be the reason that he would have to bring his sons and his daughters, and this and that? What would be the reason? No sheep.
Back.
He spoke, wait. He said, yeah, you were on choice. Oh, man. He took the whole family out there, right? Because of something the father did, right? What happened? What's he doing?
You want to answer the question?
You got something?
Yes.
Let me ask y'all a question. If somebody do something wrong according to the law, what you supposed to do?
Wait.
If somebody commits a transgression or a sin according to the law, and you know about it, what you supposed to do?
Correct them.
Correct them? What else?
Turn them in.
Supposed to turn him in, right? So, his sons and his daughter, it said that this was hid in their tent. Did they know? Did the people that was in his tent know that he did it? How many of them told? That's my daddy. Think I'm snitching on my daddy? I'm not, but I know if I tell on my daddy, he gonna die. So now what gotta happen to everybody?
They all got that.
Whole family gotta go. The law gets you at every single place. The Most High is never gonna do something that's not justified. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So you gotta understand, like, it's all business. It's completely business with the Most High. You cannot sit up here and think, because I'm in the truth, that I'm gravy. This is business. I say this every once in a while. What does it mean to be in the truth? Wait, how many of y'all are in the truth? If you can raise your hand. Right? What does it mean to be in the truth?
Keep the law.
You confessing to people every time you go in front of them. Yeah, I'm in the truth. I'm in the law. I keep the law. That's what you're telling them. By your word shall you be justified, and by your word you shall be. So if you breaking the law, it's strictly business. You got to get dealt with on whatever level he chooses to deal with you. Read verse 25.
Verse 25. And Joshua said, why have you troubled us? Yahuwah shall trouble you this day. And all Israel stoned him with stones and burned them with fire after they had stoned them with stones. And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day. So Yahuwah turned from the fierceness of his anger, wherefore the name of that place was called the Valley of Achor unto this day.
Business. Children probably was out there like, but I didn't take it. right? You gotta, man, this stuff is business, man. It's never personal. And this is what you gotta drive into your head. Because when it comes time for judgment, it's not gonna be, oh, well, yeah, I remember that time that you turned down committing adultery. Yeah, I remember that. So you straight. No. But I also remember that time that you murdered that dude. I also remember the time when you did this and you did that. It's strictly business. Even the stuff that you don't remember, if you ain't been forgiven for it, it's gonna get brought up. You can't just think, man, ain't nobody trying to kill me, ain't nobody trying to do this. I'm good, I'm living life, I'm straight. It don't work like that. The Most High is all about business, man. Let's move on. 1 Kings 3:3. That's another picture of something. When your day of judgment comes, are you gonna be able to say anything? So when he gathered all his family up, did it say, Achan said, oh yeah, but not my babies, but not the. Did it say he said anything? Because there ain't gonna be nothing to say. 1 Kings 3:3.
1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 3. And Solomon loved Yahuwah.
Solomon loved Yahuwah. The Most High done put it into play to get Solomon into the kingdom. To get Solomon to be king. We know that he wasn't the firstborn of David, right? The Most High did just like with Jacob and Esau. Got Solomon to be king, right? And it says that Solomon loved Yahuwah, walking in the statutes of who?
Walking in the statutes of David his father. Only he sacrificed and burnt incense in high places. And the king went to Gibeon to sacrifice there, for that was a great high place. 1,000 burnt offerings did Solomon offer upon the altar.
How many?
1,000 burnt offerings. Ooh. In Gibeon, Yahuwah appeared to Solomon in a dream by night. And Elohim said, ask what I shall give you. And Solomon said, you have shown unto your servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before you in truth and righteousness and in uprightness of heart with you. And you have kept for him this great kindness, that you have given him a son to sit on his throne, as it is this day. And now, O Yahuwah, my Elohim.
Can I ask y'all a question? Why, after David did what he did, didn't the Most High just say, you're not going to be king no more, like he did with Saul? Anybody know? This is a quick answer.
He continued to worship him after he had his son.
Yeah, but was that a part of the agreement?
Yeah.
That if he did wrong, that he was going to take? No, it wasn't. He told him, it's not going to fail a man to sit upon the throne from David, right? So after David did what he did, no matter how mad he was at David, could he have put somebody else there? No. Because it's business, right? Verse 7.
Verse 7. And now, O Yahuwah, my Elohim, you have made your servant king instead of David, my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And your servant is in the midst of your people, which you have chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered nor counted for a multitude. Give therefore your servant an understanding heart to judge your people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this this thy so great a people? And the speech pleased Yahuwah that Solomon had asked this thing. And Elohim said unto him, because you have asked this thing, and have not asked for yourself long life, neither have asked riches for yourself, nor have asked the life of your enemies.
Now, if y'all know what happened in the chapter before, David was telling Solomon all of the people he needed to avenge him of. He didn't even ask for that. Right? He wanted to first know how to lead the people. We get to all that later. Right? Go ahead. First,
Behold, I have done according to your words. Lo, I have given you a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like you before you, neither after you shall any arise like unto you.
Ask and you shall receive, right? Read.
And I have also given you that which you have not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto you all your days.
Now, a lot of people say, well, see, if that Messiah is real, how was he better than Solomon? He told him, Solomon, ain't nobody gonna be nothing like Solomon. Oh, but what did he do? Oh, what? All your days. You gotta read. He says all your days. So now when Solomon is dead, guess what? Somebody can come and do it. Keep going.
And if you will walk in my ways to keep my statutes and my commandments, as your father David did walk, then I will lengthen your days.
Mm-hmm.
And Solomon awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And he came to Jerusalem and stood before the ark.
All right, that's good on that. So the Most High done came to him, told him, hey, because you asked for this, I gave you this, 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 and this. You keep my commandments, I'm gonna lengthen your days, all of these type of things, right? Jump over to 1 Kings chapter 9. 1 Kings 9 and 2. Stay with me. We almost done.
First Kings chapter 9 and verse 2. That Yahuwah appeared to Solomon the second time, as he had appeared unto him at Gibeon.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahuwah said unto him, I have heard your prayer and your supplication that you have made before me. I have hallowed this house which you have built, to put my name there forever, and my eyes and my heart shall be there perpetually.
Mm-hmm.
And if you will walk before me,
If. I mean, it's contingent on something, right? Read.
And if you will walk before me as David your father walked, in integrity of heart and in uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded, and will keep my statutes and my judgments, then I will establish the throne of your kingdom upon Israel forever, as I promised to David your father, saying, there shall not fail you a man upon the throne of Israel.
There you go. Go ahead.
But if you shall at all turn from following me,
If you turn from following me, read.
you are your children, and will not keep my commandments and my statutes, which I have set before you, but go and serve other gods and worship them, then will I cut off Israel out of the land which I have given them, and this house which I have hallowed for my name will I cast out of my sight.
Wait a minute. You got people out here talking about, see, the Most High's face is in the land, and his eyes is over there, and that's where he's looking at all the time. And man just said, if Solomon do these things, then he said he gonna cast it out of his what? Out of his eyesight. Keep going.
I cast out of my sight, and Israel shall be a proverb and a byword among all people. And at this house which is high, everyone that passed by it shall be astonished and shall hiss, and they shall say, why have Yahuwah done thus? Why have Yahuwah done thus unto this land and to this house?
He says, if you go worshiping other gods and all of these different type of things, I'm gonna take the kingdom out of your hand, and I'm gonna cast Jerusalem out of my sight, right? Well, we know. I mean, we here, right? So we know what he did, right? We know he went after other gods because he dealt with them women, him and his daddy. Messing around with them women. Can't get enough, right? So, yeah, I mean, you know. Same thing with the flood, the women, right? Give me 2 chapters later. Chapter 11, verse 11. We know what he did. He married very strange women, worshipped after their gods, everything that he just told them 2 chapters ago not to do. Right? Verse 11.
Verse 11. Wherefore, Yahuwah said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of you, and you have not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded you, I will surely rend the kingdom from you and will give it to your servants. Notwithstanding, in your days I will not do it for David your father's sake, but I will rend it out of the hand of your son. Howbeit, I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to your son for David, my servant's sake.
Why? Why is he going to give one to David? Because it's personal. Why was he going to give one to David? He said, I'm not going to rent it all out of your hand, because he gave David his word. So we know everything with the Most High's business. We make it personal, and then when he slapped you with the business, now he wrong. Don't work like that. So we see that he carried this thing out with Solomon, right? Get Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 21. So is anybody above the book? Anybody? Is anybody above the book?
No.
The Most High? What about Mashiach? Why wouldn't Mashiach be above the book? He got to keep it as well? You sure? So if I can show y'all him breaking the law one time, would you say that he was above the book?
No.
But if I show you one time that he did something against the law, would you agree that he is past? I mean, not past the law, but he's above the book. He is the book, right? So if I can show you one place, what, just one?
Never.
I got to show you 2 or 3. For Mashiach, it said that he didn't sin. So if I can show you one spot that he committed a sin, one, it'll be in vain. So when we go to this one spot,
Never sin.
all right, I was just testing y'all. I know that man ain't commit no. But some of y'all faces was like, hold on, man. What can we go to it? I remember reading something in Luke. It said something about. Deuteronomy 23 and 21. If somebody ever said they can show you Mashiach committed a sin, they're going to be reaching farther than Michael Jordan arm on Space Jam.
Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 21. When thou shalt vow a vow unto Yahuwah thy Elohim, thou shalt not slack to pay it.
So what?
Not slack to pay it.
Now, when you paying something, what is this in? This is what? Business, right? If I got to pay you for something, then we doing business together. So anything you spew out of your mouth, any vow that you vow, I don't went over this, Quab don't went over this, B don't went over this, right? Anything you say out of your mouth, you got to pay it. Right? Go ahead.
For Yahuwah thy Elohim will surely require it of you.
If you get a credit card and you're saying that whatever credit I use, I'm going to pay you back for it. If you don't, what's going to happen? They're going to require it of you. Bill collectors every day, every week. Hey man, you got that? You borrowed this from us 2 months ago. You got that from me now? You can't pay me $200 after a year. They coming, right? Why would the Most High be any different? Right? Ecclesiastes 5 and 4.
Ecclesiastes 5 and 4. When thou vowest a vow unto Elohim, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in food. Pay that which thou hast vowed,
What did he say?
for he hath no pleasure in
He
food.
ain't got no pleasure in food. Do what now?
Pay that which thou hast vowed.
It's only business. Pay up. Listen. I didn't make you vow no vow. Pay me what you owe me, right? Nobody made you get a credit card. Nobody made you buy that car. So you owe. You gotta pay, right? Judges chapter 11 and verse 30.
Judges 11 and 30. And Jephthah vowed a vow unto Yahuwah and said, if you shall without fail deliver the children of Ammon into my hand,
If you just utterly just bring them to me, you smash them out, you bring them to my hand, what happened?
then it shall be that whatsoever comes forth of the doors of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the children of Ammon, shall surely be Yahuwah's, and I will offer it up for a burnt offering.
Mm-hmm.
So Jephthah passed over.
So whatever come out of my gates, when I get there, I'm gonna offer it up to you. Now, usually when you get home, what's the first thing to hit the door? Anybody got animals? The dogs be the first, but when you walking up, you hear the dogs barking, right? So in his mind, he thinking first thing to hit my door probably gonna be one of my sheep, you know what I'm saying? Sheep hear his master's voice, right? They probably gonna come to the door. I don't know. Ox might come to the door. My dog, Lassie, I don't know, something, right? Verse 33.
So Jephthah passed over unto the children of Ammon to fight against them, and Yahuwah delivered them into his hands, and he smote them from Ar, even till you come
here
to Benit, even 20 cities, and unto the plain of the vineyards, with a very great slaughter. Thus the children of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel.
So the Most High kept his end of the bargain, right? Read on.
And Jephthah came to Mizpeh unto his house, and behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances. And
Daddy, welcome home. You did it.
Should have called him.
Oh man, so he should have called before he came.
His iPhone was still.
He had no charger in the book. Read that again.
And behold, his daughter came out to meet him with timbrels and with dances, and she was his only child.
She was his what?
His only child. Besides her, he had neither son nor daughter.
This is his baby. His only baby. He done raised this girl up, right? When he get home, she walk out the door. Could y'all imagine that? What would you expect the Most High to do in that situation if your baby walk out the door? Hey, Father, you know that wasn't really what. No. I'll go and find you one of the best I got. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't meant for. No, you know that ain't what I meant. Right? Not my daughter. And what would you expect the Most High to do? You would expect the Most High to be like, no, not your daughter. You good. Don't give me that. You know that fat ox back there? Yep, that one. Yeah, I know you was gonna kill it, but no, bring it to me. That's what you would expect from the Most High. But business is business. Flat out. Read on.
And it came to pass when he saw her, that he rent his clothes and said, Alas, my daughter, you have brought me very low, and you are one of them that trouble me. For I have opened my mouth unto Yahuwah, and I cannot go back.
Because he told him, your vow that you vow, you got to pay him. Can't go back on that thing. He done already paid me. He done gave me the children of Ammon on consignment. He fronted me the children of Ammon. Now I got to pay him. And I got to pay him with you. Read on.
And she said unto him, My father, if you have opened your mouth unto Yahuwah, do to me according to that which have proceeded out of your mouth. Woo! For as much as Yahuwah have taken vengeance for you of your enemies, even of the children of Ammon. And she said unto her father, Let this thing be done for me. Let me alone 2 months, that I may go up and down upon the mountains and bewail my virginity.
So she says, Father, if you done opened it, you can't believe you did this. But if you did it, you done opened your mouth to the Most High and said that you was going to do what you said you was going to do, you got to go ahead and do it. Because if you don't, who going to die? He going to die. Right? So we got to understand. First off, that was some good raising of that child he did. You know what I'm saying? Some of our children were like, Daddy, no. I ain't got nothing to do with that. You did that. Right? He raised that child well. She understood, she knew the Most High. Right? But it's business. He couldn't not take her. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't not take her. Read verse 38.
And he said, Go. And he sent her away for 2 months, and she went with her companions and bewailed her virginity upon the mountains. And it came to pass at the end of 2 months that she returned unto her father, who did with her according to his vow, which he had vowed. And she knew no man, and it was a custom in Israel that the daughters of Israel went yearly to lament the daughter of Jetha, the Gileadite, 4 days in a year.
So when she went up, she was crying about her youth. I'm so young, I ain't get this, I ain't get that, right? And you know, a lot of people twist that around. Oh, she went out and she did this, and she laid down and because the next verse say that she ain't laid with no man. You know what I'm saying? But it's business, straight business, right? 1 Timothy 4:1. So now that we understand that the Most High is all about business, he don't mix business with pleasure. Before you get that, give me Luke chapter 4. Give me Luke chapter 4. We can't leave Mashiach out, right? Ain't hit everybody but Mashiach. Read. Hold on, wait, it might be Luke 2. Luke chapter 2. And start at verse Luke 2, verse 43. Verse 42. Verse 40.
Luke 2:40. And the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of Elohim was upon him. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of Pesach. And when he was 12 years old, he went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child Yeshua tarried behind in Jerusalem. And Joseph and his mother knew not of it.
Now, the courteous thing to do as a 12-year-old child, how many of y'all got 12-year-olds or younger? When you're in the grocery store and your baby go down aisle 6 when you're in aisle 4, are you in panic mode? If you turn around and don't, you in aisle 6, they in aisle 4. You turn around and you don't see him. What's you be doing up? Right? Your heart thumping. Where's my baby? Come on. You don't want to hear on the loudspeaker, somebody lose a child, come, you know what I'm saying? But you trying to figure out where your baby at. Did somebody snatch my baby up? You know what I'm saying? But they only in aisle 4 looking at the toys. What happened again? Verse 43?
Verse 43. And when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child Yeshua tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it. But they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinsfolk and acquaintances.
They went how long of a journey?
A day's journey.
Can y'all be without y'all child for a day? You don't know where they at? 12 years old. 12 years old. You missing for a day? I'm in panic mode. Right? Hey, maybe he went with some family or something. Oh, that ain't acceptable. Read.
And when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem, seeking him.
And they didn't find him, so now they done went back another day's journey. It's 2 days. They ain't seen their baby boy. Right? What your feelings is like? What you thinking about? I done searched up and down. It's been 2 days. Right? Read.
And when, verse 46, and it came to pass, after 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers.
So that's what the Pharisees doing. They was getting back at him when they came asking him all them questions, because he was sitting amongst them asking them questions. That's that little boy. Remember when he was younger, he was asking us all them dang on questions. Right? Right. Let's see if he knows something. Like, keep going.
And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. And when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why have you thus dealt with us?
It's been 3 days, boy. Why ain't tell us what you was doing? Right? We understand that the children of Israel was black, right? How y'all would have reacted? Probably would have just, as soon as you see, boy, we've been looking for you for 3 days. So she would have caught the hand behind her.
Caught the hand and done it. It was over. I'm the son.
Right.
She just swung behind her.
Or y'all have said, touch not the anointed.
Oh my goodness. So, right. They're floating away. So again, it's been 3 days. She said, why you deal with us like that, right? Read.
Behold, your father and I have sought you sorrowing.
We done sought you sorrow. We've been crying, trying to figure out where you been at. Read.
And he said unto them.
What he said to who?
He said unto them.
He said to both of them. Read.
How is it that you sought me?
How you was looking for me? First off, Miriam. He probably ain't come at it like that. But you knew what you signed up for. Right? The Ruach talked to you. He said, how you was looking for me? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wished you not that I must be about my father's business?
Don't you know I'm supposed to be about my father's business? I can't do what you want me to do when my father say, I need you to go and do this. I'm about my father's business. My question to y'all is, are you? Are you about your father's business? Because the difference, it's like the Most High is like the mob, right? You know not to double cross the mob. You know not to even speak the wrong way to anybody in the mob because you'll end up in little itty bitty pieces. Right? What they say, yes, swimming with the fishes. Right? How you think it's going to be any different with the Most High? Every day that you wake up, because you done entered into his truth, you done entered into his law, you done entered into the know with the Most High, you signed a business contract. A business contract that is signed with blood. Thanks to our forefathers. Let his blood be upon us. Right? There is no way out. But y'all watched Malibu's Most Wanted? When he got into the game, he said the only way out is in the box. That's how it is. That's the only way out. You want out of the contract? You gotta die for that. Ain't nothing out. Get 2 Peter 2:20. 2 Peter 2:20. And then the last joint we're gonna get is Galatians chapter 2.
Second Peter chapter 2 and verse 20. For if after they have escaped the pollution.
The what?
The pollution.
So he said after they have escaped, then you escape from the avenger. Right? This world in turn will be the avenger. Right? This world will cause you to get killed. Read.
For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Master and Savior.
So have y'all escaped? Y'all in refuge? Read.
They are again entangled therein and overcome.
If you entangled into this world again and you get overcame, read.
The latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
It's gonna be worse for you. Y'all don't understand that because you know it's gonna be worse on you when you didn't know. Well, no, like I spoke to Quab earlier, right? When the Avenger of Blood was chasing the Slayer, right? He went to a place that was filled with who? Where did the Slayer go? To a place filled with who? Kohen, priest, right? So now that this man is in the sight of these priests, this is a city of priests. Don't you think that he would have to be even more upright? Like, don't think when you escape into the city that you're just good and you can go and do what you want to do. If you go into the witness protection program, you still got to follow the law. You can't just be doing 90 up 75 like, hey, I'm in police protection. I'm with the protection program. Good. That don't work like that. You get what I'm saying? Just because Mashiach said, my blood is on you, so you good, don't mean that you can disrespect his blood. This is the mob we talking about. The Most High is the Godfather, and Mashiach is his son. We don't want to cross them. Right? Be about the Father's business. Galatians chapter 2 and verse 16. Let me close out on this. Verse 17, actually.
Galatians 2 and 17. But if, while we seek to be justified by Hamashiach, we ourselves also are found sinners, is therefore Hamashiach the minister of sin?
So if you seeking to be justified by him and you out here committing sin and all that, right? Is Mashiach supposed to back you? No. Read.
Yah forbid. For if I build again the things which I destroyed, I make myself a transgressor.
Plain and simple. You go back doing that same stuff you was on before you escaped, you a transgressor. The work is going to be worse with you now than it was before. So, are you about your Father's business?
Yes, sir.
With that, I say shalom.
How do you, it's not about the list, but how do you know that, oh, never mind.
Did you answer your own question in your brain?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. Questions, comments, concerns? Anything? All right, y'all, let's pray out.
How
How do you know that the